Alright guys, we are back again with another episode of Mushoku Tensei here. We have episode 17 of season 1 up and ready to go. So, last episode we had a little bit of Paul drama. We had, man showed up, punched his son again, and then just kind of, didn't even apologize. Man didn't even regret it like he did last time. Man actually, he kind of doubled up. He didn't hit him again. He was just the emotional punches that this man was throwing at Rudy. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. And I said my thoughts that episode. If you guys skipped out on that one, I do recommend going and just seeing what I said. But if you are just hopping into this video, I understand Paul and his perspective. I don't agree with it though, because he's just being a dick. It's weird. I don't know if it's selfishness or his ego or what, at the fact that Rudy, he was doing okay for himself while Paul was here, struggling. It almost feels like he's blaming Rudy for nothing really getting done. It's like he's putting the blame that was on himself onto Rudy, just because, I don't know, he had someone to finally judge that he could just say, hey, you're not doing the best you can, your fault. It was a shit show. I do, like I said, go watch the other video. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it sucked. It sucked. I don't know if we're going to get more Paul. I hope so, just so that there's maybe some redemption from him or something. I like Paul's character. I don't want him to be seen as this dickhead father. He's not a bad father to Rudy. He's just a questionable dude. He makes some very questionable decisions. I'm hoping he can realize that and take it back, or try to anyway. I don't know. I'm just going to hop right into the episode though, and because I just want to see what this man does. I want to see what we go into. So yeah, let's go. Oh no. Oh God, I don't know if I want to know what this man has been through. Oh God, though. I'm getting I hope I don't regret saying this, but this feels like it's going to be a good episode, dude. I'm really, really intrigued to see what Paul went through and what actually turned him into what he is now. Why he's a drunk, why he looks so rough, and I don't know. It doesn't look like that bad of a place, though. It looks alright. Much better than what Rudy got thrown into. Has to put on a tough face. Yeah. I'm almost thinking that, it's tough to say because I don't know the extent at which they're really trying to make these characters, realistic. I have faith that they are putting freaking writing into it. But I would love to see if there actually is some improvement on Paul's end. Because before this whole disaster and from very early episodes, we know that Paul is he was a good father most of the time. But like I said, he made bad decisions. He was still childish in some aspects. I do wonder if getting thrown into this situation and where he has to take care of his daughter by himself, if that almost helped to improve some aspects of Paul. It would be really cool if they did, because it would kind of suck if he only turned out negative, right? If he didn't gain anything from this situation. At least Rudy, we know that he's gained a lot of positive traits throughout his adventures. I want Paul to have that. I know that he's in a rough spot right now and that what he did to Rudy was messed up. But I still would like to see him, he has a daughter, right? I don't want to see him go on a complete downward slope. It's an interesting dynamic, though, because I do almost feel bad. Damn, hold on. What the fuck is that? Is that the explosion radius? That is not from the explosion, is it? Oh my God, wow. I have no idea who you are. Was that one of the people from the Boreas family? Yeah, but he's going through it. But he has Norm. Okay, it's a compilation, so we're not getting a whole... I thought we were about to get a whole episode of what he's been through. And maybe they'll show some important scene or two, but it feels like they're kind of speeding through it. It's just, damn, they're good at their compilations, this show, actually. As I was saying, the dynamic is interesting. because I can't help but compare it to Rudy's situation. Rudy, you can say for him, at least he got teleported with 80s, who, like, she can handle her own, or she could handle her own just fine, like, swordsmanship wise. Paul got thrown in with Norn, who was still just a child, didn't have any training whatsoever. But it is also, Paul is a way more experienced adventurer than Rudy was. So it kind of feels balanced out. Though that is just another way of understanding what Paul has been through. Like, he fully had to take care of two people. Rudy, he had help. Idis helped him out. And of course, he had Ruijerd. Like, immediately. Like, there wasn't even a day where he didn't have Ruijerd. Rudy did have it easy. Much easier compared to Paul, though, not saying Paul was completely helpless. But then there's this where, like, you can see Paul, like, he is putting in work. I have to give it to him. He is putting in the work. He got all these people together to look for these, like, slaves and to help these slaves. Like, he's not even just being, like, selfish and focusing on just his family. Like, it's kind of a killing two birds with one stone thing, right? Like, if you get news that there's someone from their village trapped, but you don't know who exactly, he's probably thinking, oh, there's a chance that's my wife, right? So I'll go help them. And then he still would help these people, I'm sure. He's doing good things. And he's in a bad headspace. Like, we just saw, like, he was just in his room, like, sulking, just depressed, angry. But he at least had Norn there, too, to help keep him positive. And it seems like Norn actually, like, looks up to her father, like, a lot. She respects this man because she's watching him do this. And that's almost sad because, like, this man is so well beloved by his daughter, by Norn, but the same man is such a dick to Rudy right now. Like, ooh. Oh, okay, so yeah, he's drinking too much, starting to drink. Looks like the daughter might have been getting concerned. Is that the monkey man? Yeah. Geese, what are you doing? Oh, he was... Yo. Bro, fate's just messing with us, bro. You're telling me that one of Paul's men happened to get thrown into the same cage as Rudy? That's crazy. The guild. What? Oh, is this the time frame between when he, I guess, like, so this is after when he met Rudy and he's just telling Paul to go meet up with Rudy, like, to kind of check him out because he's an interesting character? Okay, no, so this is straight up after the fight. Yeah. Okay, maybe Geese does have it. Maybe this man is smart. He's like, yo, you're expecting too much. Exactly. Ooh, throwing it back. Man's like, yeah, could you have survived by yourself? Or not by yourself, but even with people? Not a chance. No, man held his own. Oh, he's never been? I thought he's been there. Are you kidding me? I was kind of going off of the assumption that Paul knew what the Demon Continent was like. That's why he was judging Rudy. But he's never been there? And he's straight up saying, like, oh, you were able to survive this, no problem. He's probably thinking, like, oh, you were able to survive this as, like, an 11-year-old. It's probably nothing, right? Like, it's probably the same as what I was through when I don't think he even got transported continents. He just got transported, like, a long ways away. He's still in the same continent. It's just, oh, Paul, you dumbass. Way too lately, yeah. You go check it out for a day, Paul. Go see how you like it. Exaggerating. Oh, boy. First a day. Very good point. People have limits, yeah. He was going through a lot. Seems so happy. Because he was proud of himself, bro. So they weren't worried. I guess, yeah, like, I mean, if I were Rudy though, I'd be pretty damn proud of myself. I'd be talking happy too. I'd be like, yeah, I survived all that shit. Like, I'm the man, dude. I'm the GOAT. Yeah, that's it. That's about it, man. Ooh, damn. I respect it. Just looking at Geese, I would almost think he'd be too like. Well, he wouldn't be so blunt about everything, right? He'd try to sugarcoat stuff, or he'd like take it easy so that he doesn't possibly get into a fight with this very very powerful swordsman here. But no, this man, he's not holding back. He's like, no, bro, you a pathetic dude. Like you the worst that I've ever seen. Finally, ooh, man, Geese being cold with it. Turned out to be a scummy drunk who just hits him and yells at him. Parts of amazing. Yeah, that is a weird aspect. Maybe he was hoping that Rudy would be like similar to him just so that he can justify being the way he is, sort of in a way. Like, but no, Rudy was he'd been through a lot and he was still fine. Like, he was still like a visually happy person. Like, he seemed like he was happy, and that's what pissed Paul off. Geese is quickly, like, man, is rising for me. I did not think much of Geese, but just this one scene, bro. This man, like, he is spitting facts. He's like, yo, you are a garbage father right now, man. You gotta talk to your son. You gotta be happy. You gotta apologize to him for all this dumb shit you did. Oh, and I love that they were able to do that. It's such a simple thing that it's not even a rare thing in anime. But I just love it when in a show that is typically like action, adventure, that sort of thing, when two characters just talking solves an issue. I love that. I love that. It's no misunderstanding bullshit that they work out through like fighting together or something or teaming up. It's just they are talking and working it out, or they're coming to a conclusion. And I don't know, I'm not finished the scene yet. Maybe Paul will still be a dickhead after it. I don't know. And he'll say, like, no, what does Geese know? He's just a monkey, a monkey man or something like that. Like, but still, I appreciate that Paul, it at least looks like he's processing this. And I just love that. I think that's why I like this show so much, is a lot of the issues get resolved through talking. Like Ruijerd and Rudy, they've had a bunch of talks and solved issues through that. It's great. It's actually amazing. Don't be weird. Don't be weird like your son, please. Don't. Okay. Good. I was actually genuinely terrified right there. Oh, yeah. Now the good memories are coming back. Look what you. Ooh. Yeah, is that what you put it? Is that what you would have preferred? Damn. Damn. Okay, that's a little dark. Wow, that is terrifying. At least he's coming to the right conclusion. Like, yeah, my son could have been messed up. This isn't right. Ooh, is he gonna shave? Yeah, he's like, okay, maybe I'll take care of myself. Maybe I'm being a bit of a scum, bit of a scumbag. Oh, damn. Why did that feel? Okay, maybe I'm the weird one, but did that feel sensual? Did that feel really, really like awkward to anybody else? The way he just pried that apart? Beautifully animated, but damn. Oh, yeah, now Rudy. Oh, yo, chill. Don't fight. Don't. Yeah. What did Ruijerd say? No, don't get involved. Oh yeah, he's looking clean. Oh, come on, shut up. Shut up. Oh, trying to joke now? Oh, maybe it's gonna work. Yeah. Relax. Oh man, bro, when did Ruizard get so mature? Has he always been like this, or is this part of his transformation? Because it almost seems like when we first met him, he would have maybe seen that Rudy got hit by his dad and immediately been like, oh wow, so his dad is a criminal. He's an abusive shithead who needs to die. That almost seems like what it would have been. But now Ruizard's just different, bro. Damn! Everybody except for Paul is a genius this episode. Oh, and Rudy's almost like he's taking it personally. Yeah, it's kind of easy. Oh, maybe a tiny bit of like imposter syndrome coming up on Rudy. Is that what it's called? Imposter syndrome, where like you've gotten to a point, but you don't believe you deserve it. You don't believe that you did the work to get there. He didn't have that issue before his confrontation with Paul yesterday. Though, yes, there was parts of his adventure that sort of came easier. But what, he was supposed to go through hell 24/7? That maybe that's kind of just the expectation that Paul has now put onto him. And yeah, it's kind of tough for Paul to just say, sorry, I was wrong, and then that just to all be gone, right? Like he put that into Rudy's head. Rudy is like a young child. His body is developing. Young brains take that shit in and they remember that and they keep it. It's gonna be tough kind of for him to make up for this. What's this guy doing? Yeah, I guess. Like, it's still a good idea, I guess, because at least that's the one spot that they would know to go. The whole family would know to return to is where, the city once was. But still, I don't think Eris would be down for that, though. Has he even brought it up to her? Told her, like, hey, I'm going to leave you there, then I'm leaving to go find mom and stuff. I don't think she'd be down. Oh, this is. Oh, okay. Look him in the face. Oh. Has he even. Oh. Oh, shut up, bro. Yo, the bartender. Dude. Geese, Ruiger, bartender. These dudes deserve a goddamn anime on their own, bro. Can we get a spin-off, please, of just these dudes giving advice, like life advice? Because god damn, everyone is like hitting me right now. Like this feels personal. And that was just a tiny little thing like that. He wasn't even looking him in the face. And that's kind of the thing. Like you can listen to his words, but if you're not watching the face and seeing what they're actually portraying, you're not even getting half the message. Oh, and that's something you don't even think about, right? Until like somebody like bartenders, like I know this, like I know people, look him in the face and you'll feel different. Oh man. Oh, oh dear, they're even bringing back his last. Oh my god. Yeah, but he never came back. Interesting. Have they shown his eyes before in the past? I can't even remember if in like the first episode did we ever see his character's eyes. like from the past, right? And they've only they showed it just twice already this episode. But they're only showing it at like the very top of the screen, as if it's not even like a focus, or as if they don't really want you to see it. That's interesting because it almost feels like as they are humanizing his old self, they're like like before, when Rudy kind of thought of himself as more of like disappointment in his past life, as someone who doesn't deserve like anything good coming to him. There was no eyes. And now he's sort of like almost understanding himself more, so he's seeing himself more as human. Maybe I'm overthinking it, because maybe I'm just forgetting a time when they showed his eyes before. But it's interesting. I'm kind of hoping I'm right about that, because that's actually like cool. Yeah. He's doing great. Okay. A little bit of understanding passed between them. Yeah. He's actually gonna maybe forgive him. He's like, yeah, I'm not the same. I'm gonna do my part too. Okay. little awkward. Oh, don't actually be like super emotional right now, please. Oh my god. Shut up. Shut up, bro. God damn, dude. I couldn't find anyone. Yeah. Ooh. It's all coming out. Yeah. Oh. Oh man. Rudy. He's sorry. Rudy is being nice, but that first face, he's almost there like, okay. But no, he's like, no, I get it. Like, I do. He understands. And they're right back to it. God dang it. Oh, god damn. He was like, I was pissed, so I got in a fight. Oh, come on. He's cool now. Life's too short, baby. Shut up, Ruizer. You've already done your part, man. You're already the best. Lord Satos. Which one is Soros or Satos? Is that the grandpa? Philip is the dad, right? Her dad. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, she's like, yeah, of course. It's common sense, bro. Damn, yeah. At least the father and son, they got their time together. Yeah, the mom, you gotta know what your mom's up to. You gotta know that she's safe. Oh, she's a bit shy, awkward, mad. Yeah. No. Oh, damn. Oh, Ruiz are going to be great with kids. Even spouting the wisdom to a child? Yo, that's awesome. Richard, he's just, man doesn't hold back. He's like, hey, everyone needs a bit of this knowledge. I got it. Oh, gave him a figure of himself? Or maybe Rudy gave it to him? Hmm? Okay. What, is he looking for his family too? Alrighty. Yo, this just feels... Last episode was like misery, bro. And now they're like, enough of that. Enough of that. We need some sunshine. We need some light in here. Oh my god, dude. That was badass. That was a goddamn fantastic episode. Where the hell did that come from? Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Because last episode was great. For like I said, the misery, it was pretty damn good. I think I even said last episode, it was like one of my favorites. Because of just, I can appreciate when a show goes into like some really like dramatic, emotional tension sort of stuff. But I can't help it. I'm a sucker for the positivity too. And this episode brought it, man. Seeing Paul and how he got into that negative slope that he was on. But seeing how like these people, like both friends and strangers to him, helped him out in order to like repair this relationship with his son. Like Geese helped him. Rudy even like gave some advice. The random bartender came in clutch at the end. Like, oh, everything about that just felt like good. Like it just felt perfectly placed. In a lot of circumstances, having some like random character show up and just be like, hey, like here's the key to this misunderstanding. Here you go, I'm going to just tell you it. It might feel a little bit cheap, but for some reason the bartender doing it, like maybe that like obviously bartenders are good with people, they're good with social situations. They just understand people. So it's just nice. They chose the right type of person to do it. Sorry, it's weird that I'm focusing on the bartender of all things this episode, but it was just such a sweet moment. And like they didn't even cut back to him. They didn't even like show him again, I don't think, after that. It was just for that specific moment, just to show kind of the kindness of strangers in a way. Like it kind of came out of nowhere, but it was awesome. Or maybe it came from somewhere and maybe I missed it, but either way, it turned out really well. I love that. And just Paul's journey, like I was saying, it was just good. Like it was, I'm so sick of hearing myself say the word. I need to get like a thesaurus or something just for like different words, but realistic. Like it was such a realistic path that he took. Like, yeah, anybody thrown into Paul's situation where he's just taking care of his daughter by himself, has to survive for two people, go through all that. They might turn to drinking. They might go into a really negative headspace. It's not like, oh wow, Paul's such a scumbag that he could have done that. Like he's the worst. It's understandable. Again, like just to kind of excuse Paul and the way he acted, a lot of emotions would have been flowing in him. Like when they just made up, he was spouting all that stuff, the excuses. Well, not excuses, but the reasons. And he said like, I couldn't find anybody. I saw you and then he stopped. But it feels like it was just like, he was overcome by so much emotion, even the negative stuff, that's just kind of what came out first. But he was obviously just happy to see that his son was alive, even if he didn't show it well, like at all. You know that he was. And it's nice that it took Geese and some other people to kind of bring him to his senses. But I do appreciate that he was able to quickly come, like, figure out, hey, I messed up. I need to go apologize. It's my son. Like, I shouldn't have such high expectations of him. I shouldn't think that he had it easy just because he, like, survived. And I'm glad that Geese kind of brought to his attention how rough the demon continent is compared to where Paul was. Like, Paul, how many giant snake monsters did Paul fight while he was around? How many people did he watch die? Still, like, I feel like Rudy might have gone through a bit more trouble, like, throughout his whole adventure, a bit more, incredibly dangerous, like, life-altering, ending trouble. I feel like Rudy had a lot more of that. Oh man, I'm sorry, I'm getting all jumbled because I feel like there's just a lot I want to talk about. But no, like Rudy, his little arc that he just had. No, well, not an arc, I guess an arc, because it showed like his past self and what he used to be like. and how he's changed, how he is looking back on his past life, and he is actively trying to change himself and realizing that he was in the wrong. He understands what Paul was thinking, what he was going through, and he appreciates that Paul was able to be the bigger person and apologize. Like, Paul had to do it first, because otherwise maybe Rudy would have just went back to the way he used to be and just never apologized to him, avoided him, and just never talked to him. It almost seemed like he was about to, because he was about to leave before the bartender got involved. And kind of that whole thing with Rudy, his backstory with that one random kid, that was interesting. Like, it seemed like that was his friend, almost like he had friends, but he pushed them away, and he just didn't know how to apologize, maybe? Like, is that the right way to put it? And it's nice that he was able to kind of learn from Paul, but also teach Paul at the same time by doing the whole reuniting thing again. That was a really sweet moment too. And it gave Paul a bit more closure, being able to actually go through the motions of reuniting with his son like that. Oh, bro, they did so much just right this episode, man. And it's kind of a bummer that we didn't get to see more of a interaction between Rudy and Norn. They're brother and sister, but she is young. As far as she still understands, Rudy was the guy who was just beating her father senseless on a bar floor yesterday, not even multiple days ago, just yesterday. But I am surprised that they aren't sticking together. They were only together for a short period of time. It's kind of the thing. They want to be sure that their family is okay. They have to keep adventuring to do that. They can't just relax. And that sucks, but it is also, that's just part of it. They accepted it, so I shouldn't be too terribly sad about it. And they're in a good place. That's the most important part. I'm glad that, Paul, obviously Paul's growth is the biggest thing. Rudy had great moments, but Paul, he just feels like a more mature person. Him and Rudy still joking about having a fourth child and blah, blah. But he just feels like he learned something from all this. And like I said at the beginning, that's what I was hoping for. And he did. And it's just nice that he had a glow up too. He realized, I gotta shave, bro. I gotta actually put in effort. Because I'm guilty, bro. I'm guilty. This, it gets out of hand sometimes. It's such a weird mentality thing. Once you let one part of yourself go, you kind of slip a bunch. And sorry, this is kind of coming out of nowhere, but it's something that I've learned to appreciate just through any of my, mentally bad states that I've gone through in my life. I don't want to be someone who's too awkward to talk about it. So that's just kind of why I'm bringing it up. It is a normal thing to talk about mentally bad states. It shouldn't feel awkward. It's still, but I do apologize if I do kind of seem awkward talking about it. It's just if you let one part of yourself go, if you're in a bad mental state, you kind of just keep rolling with it. And it's something as simple as changing your appearance gets you rolling again into a good mindset. And I just they didn't focus on it at all. It was just a nice visual thing, but it's just kind of nice because it would have been a little weird if he went through all that still looking like a just he didn't care, right? The beard and the hair change was just the start. It gives you a nice push, oh yeah, he's trying to improve. It's just, there were so many good damn things in this episode, dude. I don't want to keep saying it. I feel like I say it almost every episode, but this might be my favorite. It doesn't even hit anymore because I've said it so many times. But god damn, they keep outshining themselves. And sorry, quick, I do just want to say Eddie's too. She had her moments, and I love that she's defending Rudy. She was about to fight Paul. She was pissed for him, but the fact that at the end she's no, we're sticking together. I understand that our town is gone, and she took it like a champ, dude. She took it. Probably once she learns her granddad doesn't have a head anymore, that might be a bit of a tough time for her. But for now, she's all right. Damn, every character. I almost wish we had gotten a bit more time with Paul's party. They seemed like interesting characters because even the girl who was just What even is that? Underwear? Bikini? Like, what is she wearing? What would you even call that? But the one who wears very minimal clothing, she seems interesting. Like, she cares about Paul. She seems like a nice enough person. I thought we might learn something about them, and maybe we will in the future. Like, maybe we will have a Paul-focused episode at one point. No, it would just be nice, because they seem interesting, and even the one girl who doesn't talk a lot, she seems a bit more shy. Like, they seem like interesting characters that I wouldn't mind getting to know eventually. But yeah, like, everything... Bro, they did this episode... As far as I'm concerned, it was a perfect episode. A perfect follow-up to last episode. These 2 episodes, definitely, like, I guess I can say they're my 2 favorite consecutive episodes. A pretty specific but warranted award that I'm giving to them. I really respect these 2 episodes. No, great. Fantastic even. Perfect even. I love it. But no, I think I'm going to end the video off there. There was a lot this episode that I could talk about, but I do have to think about editing. And I'm already going on 53, almost 54 minutes. Yeah, that's a good amount of editing. So I'm going to stop there. If you have any questions, please just shoot them down in the comments. I typically respond to every single comment that I get, as long as you're not being like a dick or something, or spoiling or something like that. Then you're getting deleted or just ignored. Fair warning. Don't be a dick. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. It just helps to support me a bit more, shows that you appreciate these videos. And I do have a Patreon link down in the description if you do want early access to the videos. And, that also just does help to support me a little bit. It goes towards, making my channel better. That is just highly appreciated. And that's it. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I'll talk to you all later. Peace.